tuned in when they had the chance because, of course, we are back with part 2 of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix. It's me, Sora, and a whole lot of Disney characters that really, honestly and truly didn't know were going to be in the video game, but guess what? This game is about Disney, as it turns out, and I've learned that. There's also a lot more to it that maybe you don't know, and maybe you're saying, SnowBikeMike, I need to be hit with the Lale Lule lore, and let me take you back to a better time. It's a beautiful island paradise. You, me, and my 6 best friends, we're just children hanging out on an island. We have our own home, just like the Swiss Family Robinson people. It's a beautiful time here on the island, but one of our jabroni friends, Ricochet, Ricky, Ricola, Raichu, it's coming to me. Ricky wants to get off the island. And of course, as all good things must come to an end, Ricky forces us to leave the island. Of course, me, Ricky, and possibly our girlfriend, Kyrie, are all together saying, you know what, let's build a raft. Let's get off this island because we don't want to be here anymore. We want to go on a grand adventure. We want to see the world. But of course, why would we leave our 3 best friends? And that's what we did do. Of course, my good friend Chad, who liked to play blitzball with me, we left him behind. Did I have a younger brother that was an identical twin brother to me that we never learned his name? Yeah, I left him behind. If I'm Sora, he would have been Steven, probably. And then there was one other girl that had a jump rope. We left her behind as well. I don't know why we left my best friends behind on the island, but we did. And that's not really part of this story, okay? We'll talk about them another time. Let's talk about the island itself. We had this beautiful island paradise all to ourselves. We didn't even have parents on the island. I guess my mom was somewhere on the island, but she wasn't really there. But get this, there was a weird hole that went into a cave, that went deeper in to the island, that then appeared at a door. And it looked like we were all doing ayahuasca inside of the teepee, and we were kind of like drawn on the walls, right? Because we were all freaking out due to the peyote. And so there was this door that was unable to be opened. But then all of a sudden, I went back to that door, and this scary guy came out of nowhere. First time he saw an adult on the island, and he's in this uniform, and he's like, yo, the darkness is coming. Did you know that the light will be extinguished by the darkness? All the stars will soon go out. And you're like, what are you talking about, dude? It's just me and my 5 friends on an island paradise. Why you gotta harsh the mellow, brah? And so he goes out of nowhere. The door is still unable to be opened, so I go back. I gotta complete some tasks. I gotta beat up some of my friends in these fun challenges. Of course, we learned about the race, and I didn't know you had to touch the star and run back, but that doesn't matter. I'm down 0-3 right now on the series against my best friend, Ricky, okay? And so here's the deal. This guy tells me that. Then all of a sudden, we get transported to another world. Who is it? It's Donald Duck. And he's like, yo, where did Mickey go? I gotta go tell Goofy. Pluto's in the mix. Minnie and Donald and Donnie? What? I don't know what his girlfriend's name is. I don't know what the girl's name is, but they were all there. And they were like, yo, where did Mickey Mouse go? And Mickey was like, yo, here's the deal. The stars, they're gone. And I got to get out there and see what's going on. So our main man, Mickey, he's out there. He's trying to figure out why the darkness is taking out the stars, taking out the universe. Then we go back to the island. Of course, there's me with some dope hair and some big shoes and a whole lot of belts. And now all of a sudden, I'm fighting these little goblin people. I'm bop, bop, bop. I'm knocking them back. Is it a bad dream? I don't know. Maybe it could be, right? So then get this. Then I go back to the door. Then I see the door, and there's my girlfriend, Kyrie. And I'm like, Kyrie, step away from the door. You know something bad's gonna happen. Shoosh, shoosh. I get pushed. Whoa, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, who is it? It's Ricky. And Ricky's like, yo, what's going on? And I'm like, Ricky, I don't know. Get on the boat. Let's get out of here, right? And at the same time, we're getting sucked into Oblivion. Bang, I get sucked into another world. Now I'm at T-Town, okay? T-Town, very Disney-inspired. Also, Final Fantasy people here. Didn't know if you know, but my guy Sid, who's supposedly in every single Final Fantasy game, he's in the Final Fantasy game. No, He's in the Kingdom Hearts game, so he's there. There's also that little weird teddy bear looking thing that's like a bat, but also a teddy bear, but not quite a bear looking thing. You know what it is. That thing's just kind of stumbling around the town. I don't know what it's doing in T-Town, right? So then I'm in T-Town, and I'm like, what's going on here? Okay, and so we meet some more Disney characters. Y'all know the deal. I'm walking around. I'm looking for something. What am I looking for? I don't remember, but I do know one thing. Donald and Goofy are here, and they're also looking for something. They're looking for a guy. The answer, the key. Someone who maybe has a key that's a blade. And so then all of a sudden, the town goes crazy, right? All of a sudden, now the goblins are back. I somehow wake up with the Keyblade. I'm swiping, I'm fighting. I find the 99 Dalmatians. Technically, it's 2 Dalmatians out of the 101, you know what I mean? But I'm looking for 99 Dalmatians. So I see those Dalmatians. I'm like, oh, snap. That's going to be a fun collectible. Make sure to keep me honest on that one. We got to go find that, right? And so then out of nowhere, Donald and Goofy, no, they don't see me yet, because then I meet these other jabronis. I meet a guy with a gun sword, and he's trying to blast me. But then there was a girl, Yuffie, Luffy. She was in there. She's also in Final Fantasy. Seen her in the trailer before. So these two are like, yo, you got to talk to this other lady who you all know. It's Aerith. She's now talking to them like, yo, we got to team up. We got the guy. He's the Keyblade holder. And we got you. We got to merge this group together, become a party here in T-Town. But we got to get off this stinking rock, because guess what? In the shadows, all the Disney villains are cooking up something, and they're up to no good. So you got Jafar from Aladdin. You got Ursula in there. You got my guy, Captain Hook. You got my dude, Oogie Boogie? Is that his name? I don't know why the Boogeyman's in this. And then there was one other jabroni. My guy, Hades. I love that guy, Hades. And then, of course, the one lady that we all know. She's got the horns. I don't know what her name is. She's the main villain behind the plot of all this, right? She's cooking something up, and she's like, yo, everybody, we now found the key. We got to get the key, and darkness is coming, y'all. And so now, here we are, heading in to part 2 of my Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix playthrough. Lule lore, but it's a King's Tale of Sora's heartfelt adventure.
I just want to let y'all
Did that hit? Did that hit or did that miss? Okay, I thought that was a good one.
I said this to y'all at the end of the workday yesterday, but chat needs to know it. Like, you two just yell at each other like an old married couple.
Yeah, we do it.
Like, I don't even know what y'all every day, and I don't even know what the hell y'all were just yelling at each other. But I'm in the other room talking to Andy about cool shit, and I just hear you two, and I'm just like, God. Could they be more married?
We're telling people to sign up and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And I said everybody needs to get to their fucking local Sprint store. Open up all the shitty fucking Samsung Galaxies.
Press the buttons.
And type in youtube.com/kindafunnygames.
Yeah.
That's what they gotta do. That's how we grow our numbers.
Drive the number.
I remember there was one night I went out, this was years and years ago. You were like maybe 9.
Yeah, probably.
I was out with, it was like one of the first times I ever hung out with Greg. We were like at a pizza place, like right before we were going to a bar. And he asked the people if he could have the remote for the TV, and he just put it up on youtube.com/kindafunny.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I love that idea. I love that idea.
So really, it's like, it's on all of us. We need
it's on everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Go back.
I'll go to my local dive bar, and I'll turn it on at the
YouTube
dive
fraud
bar.
is what we're saying, everybody.
Commit YouTube fraud. Now, back to it. Welcome back to part 3
Welcome back.
of my official first time ever playthrough. This is the Lule lore, a King's Tale of Sora and his heartfelt adventure. See how I put Kingdom Hearts together? I tried.
Yeah, you're trying.
It's really trying. But let me catch you up, of course, if you've been sleeping underneath the rock or you're just jumping in for part 3 and you don't know the lore of Kingdom Hearts quite yet. Of course, you got the Lule lore of me being on an island full of children trying to get off the island because darkness was coming. Mickey Mouse was out there in the stars trying to not let the darkness extinguish the stars and keep the light alive. Donald and Goofy were then searching for the one with the key. Turns out I'm the one with the key because I got the magic. I got the power inside, but I also lost my homeboys, my homegirl and my homeboy, okay? Ricky, of course, and of course, Kyrie and Ricky. Kyrie and Ricky, also my homeboys and homegirls. We're in a small love triangle, as many know. It's like me, Nick, and Andy. You know, like who loves each other on what day? We're gonna rip across the pow fruit, and we're gonna become the best of friends. Now, here's the deal. Part 1 wrapped up. Now we went to part 2. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen and Roger, that of course, Alice in Wonderland was a Disney property.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, we learned that one because I chased the white rabbit into a large room. Then I drank an elixir. I became tall. I smushed down a bed. I went through the hole. And guess what? Alice, with her beautiful blonde hair, was getting persecuted by the Queen of Hearts because she was like, yo, you brought the darkness here. And if you don't want to die, this guy, Sora, with the dope hair and the big ass shoes and too many belts, he's got to go find evidence in our world to make sure that you are innocent. And I said, Judge, I shall come to the stand with evidence. People were wowed because I was figuring it out all by myself.
You were.
Now, there was 5 pieces of evidence. I only found 3. Technically, there was 4, and I found 2, but you already were given 1,
Sure.
so that gives me an easy one, you know what I mean? So I found 2 pieces of evidence. Now, a lot of people said, dang, SnowBikeMike, what are you going to pick? Because you're presented with all 5 presents, and then you have to guess which present will give the right evidence to make sure that she's found innocent and not beheaded by the Queen's request. And guess what I did?
What'd you do?
Simple math deduction. I looked at the 5. I looked at the card guy right behind it. It was the 2 of hearts. So what did I do? I said left is my favorite direction. 2 is my favorite number. That's the 2 of hearts, and he's 2 from the left. I'm gonna click on the second one, the box in front of the 2 of hearts. That's 2 from the left. Bang! It was the right box. Found innocent. Then when she was going to be let free by the Queen of Hearts, get this. Boom, boom, boom. Step to the podium, Mike. What have you found, Mike? 2 presents. Oh, she's got 3. Make it 5 into 1. Okay, checking all 5 would only be a waste of time. All right, then, choose the one you wish to present. Oh, okay. Well, I'm left-handed, so I always like the left box. Most cases, you choose the middle box because it's the most appealing. I would never choose the right box because, of course, I'm not right-handed, and so I would never do that. And I like the number 2, and if we're reading from left to right, the number 2 is the second box, and I like that number a lot. Allen Iverson was once number 3 on the Philadelphia 76ers, so 3 is also a good number, and it's in the middle. People like the middle. Number 1 is just number 1. It's on the left-hand side, but this guy right here has the number 2 on him, and so I'll pick the second box. Second to the left. Got him! He did it! He did it! Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, judge and jury, I am here to prove to you that Alice in Wonderland is innocent. Why? Because it's all in the second box, number 2. The 2 of hearts, ladies and gentlemen, will prove that she is innocent and needs to be set free. Hearts, get this. Boom, 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 the thing is rising, right? Boom, somebody grabbed Alice. She's now gone, right? So I'm like, oh shit, this shit is crazy. And then the Cheshire Cat came and was like, hey, bro, Alice is out there. You gotta find her. And I was like, bro, like, I'm fucked up right now. I don't know what's happening. I let an innocent woman die today, right? And so she's just gone. She's just gone. The Cheshire Cat was like, ah, shit, man, you might as well just leave. And Donald and Goofy was like, let's just get about this bitch. We'll go somewhere else. And I was like, that's a great call. Let's dip on this area. Then what happens? We go back into the upside down room / right side up room, and we fight a giant cheerleader. You know those cheerleaders or band people that have like the stick that they throw in the air? Yeah. So this boss had a baton and he was waving it, he was catching it on fire, and I was battling for my life. I beat him.
Okay.
First boss down. Got him. So then get this. Then get this. The next world I go to, motherfucking Tarzan, bro. I'm like, is this George of the Jungle? Is this Tarzan? Tarzan. I don't know. But then I land there. George is looking at me. I'm looking at him. I don't know where Goofy and Donald are because we got in a small spat.
Yeah.
Me and Donald. Donald wants to be the leader. He just wants to find Mickey. I want to be the leader. I want to find my love triangle, Kairu and fucking Ricola. And so I'm looking for these two guys. And so Donald's mad at me. I'm mad at Donald. We crash land our fucking ship because if you didn't know, you go to space in this video game and you poorly move. I'll tell you what a dumb fucking mechanic is this gum ship, right? It's like here's a 7-minute long loading screen of you doing this, playing Galga on this fucking video game made in 2007. You know? So here it is. I'm fucking shooting, right? And so then we crash land because it's a whole thing. We get in the spat. I don't know where Donald and Goofy are, but I do know there's a handsome man with a lot of hair looking at me. So then we start fucking only in your heart. I don't know what the song is, but I feel like that's it.
That might be it.
I
I think that's it, 100%.
Only in your heart. And I'm fucking gliding through the trees, fucking jumping on things. And then I get lost. Right, because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I've learned that there's chests that I have the keyblade to open up, but also at the same time, I can't jump that far, and there was things out there that I couldn't grab. So then all of a sudden, we find Donald and Goofy. They're with Jane. I'm with Tarzan. We meet, right? There's also a monkey. Just so you know, there's a monkey and there's a man that wants to kill the monkey. So it's it's like a what will they do, what won't they do? And so I don't know where we're going quite yet.
Instead of fucking, it's murder. Yeah.
I don't know where we are quite yet, but all I know right now is I'm in the camp. Jane and Tarzan are together again.
It seems like you and Donald.
I'm back with Donald and Goofy. I was allowed to choose a party member. I kicked Goofy to the side. Well, me and Donald need to settle the beef.
What about Goofy?
And you're not gonna fucking jack Tarzan over here. I'm not gonna not bring him. Yeah. You know what I mean? So someone had to sit.
I kicked Goofy out.
Yeah, Goofy had to go.
I kicked
Oh, okay. So I kicked Goofy, and so now we're at this point of what the fuck is happening in this video game? Not quite sure where we go now. Am I still looking for evidence, aka trying to find that lovely blonde lady Alice in Wonderland and save her from becoming decapitated by the darkness?
She's done.
Am I helping Tarzan realize his true love, Jane, in his life? Maybe they're already dating. I don't know the Tarzan Lale Lule lore. And also, are we just looking for Kyrie and Ricky? We're ship to a new spot. So let me hit you with the Lale Lule lore. The King's Tale of Sora's Heartfelt Adventure is what I'm calling it right now. Of course, if you missed out on part 3 of the Kingdom Hearts world, I'm going to hit you with the Lale Lule lore. Of course, we were deep in the jungle with one Tarzan. We were out there fighting off poachers, and we were fighting one big baddie, which was a scary leopard and an invisible chameleon. If you missed out on that one, of course, we had to team up with Tarzan, Jane, and all of the gorillas in the jungle to go hopefully find my friends, Sora's friends, Kyrie, and of course Ricola, to try to figure out where the heck they are. But on top of that, we're still on a journey to try to figure out where the heck Mickey is. Me and Donald were bumping heads and we were getting all uptight at each other, but now we're homeboys because of course we helped Tarzan. We helped the monkeys free themselves of that awful poacher and give them a nice, awesome environment to live in. And now we have found another piece, but it wasn't the piece we were looking for. A little gummy piece. Little gummy piece fell out, but it wasn't Mickey. We're looking for Mickey somewhere, but this wasn't his piece of his ship. It was something else. And so it turns out he's nowhere to be found. We have no idea what the heck is going on with Mickey. We still don't know where my friends are, but we now know the dastardly plan of the Big Evil Six. That's right. If you know about Marvel's Big Six, they got their own Big Six here in Kingdom Hearts. We got the darkness. We got me, Sora, the light. And then we also have even worse things going on. That's right. We got Oogie Boogie, Jafar, Scar, Ursula, the Wicked Witch of the West, that scary bull from Zootopia, the Panther from Zootopia. There's a lot of baddies in the Disney world right now. They have their own plan, and their plan right now is to try to capture all of the Disney princesses, then also get the Keyblade, then morph those two together to then take the darkness and use it for their own. Because technically, the evil Big Six, no, they're not working with the darkness. They themselves have to stay on the low, or else the darkness will come and engulf them and possibly put out their light. So they're right now, by all accounts that I know, all I know right now is they're trying to capture the Disney princesses and get the key to do something. I'm not quite sure, but I'm guessing it's to take and harness the power of the darkness. So now fast forward to where we are right here, right now. Boom! We are in the world of Olympus. Here, after part 4, we've seen a lot. We've done a lot. Gosh darn it, we've gone to Olympus and back. Okay, I helped out Big Herc. I helped out Danny DeVito. I said, what up, Danny? He said, SnowBikeMike, we got some training going on. You got to go get down there. I started beating up some barrels. I started showing Goofy and Donald why I'm the dude, right? I beat up Cerberus. I said, back up, dog. You ain't getting after this. Then we saw some shady shit go down. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I'll take the glasses off because this is real. Okay, Cloud, the jabroni from Final Fantasy with the good blonde hair. He was working a double cross, okay? He was working with Hades to try to then do some good, but technically he was doing some bad. And if you didn't know, Cloud was then hired to kill Hercules, but he doesn't got it in him. But then Hades was like, yo, there's a new up-and-comer on the spot. He's crushing them barrels, okay? You gotta go put a stop to my guy Sora with the heart blade, with the key blade. And I said, Cloud, you don't want to step to this. And what did he do? He stepped to this in the arena. And what had to happen? I had to beat up Cloud. And then I checked him. I said, yo, why are you working on the dark side, Cloud? I know you were trying to do some good with the discount double check double cross, but why are you doing that, bro? You're better than that. And he was like, damn, Sora, that's deep. And I am better than that. You're right. I'm going to dig deep, and I'm going to cut the ties that bind me with Hades and this dark contract, and I'm going to break free. We're not doing that anymore. And I said, dude, that's what I'm talking about, big dog. So we kicked his ass. He kicked rocks, okay? Herc is like, yo, we got a hero on our hands. Check this guy out. And I was like, Herc, 0 to hero, baby. Hercules, bro, Hercules. Back up, jabroni. And he was like, well, you know, I kind of helped him out, Danny DeVito. Like, I beat up Cerberus a little bit. He didn't do it all on his own. It's like, jabroni, I did that. Okay, I was the one spamming A. I was the one hitting the hot buttons, hitting with the cure, hitting them with the ice blast, hitting them with the fire blast. Donnie and Goofy, they were just sitting there happy asses in the back while I was beating up that devil dog. Herc, you ain't got it like that. And so I told him back up. And he was like, here's the deal, bro. You passed the test. You can come back here. We're going to host some tournaments, but you're not a hero yet, but you got to come back. And I said, Herc, I don't know if I got time for that. I got other things going on, but I'll definitely be back to check you. But then in the shadows, when you thought it was done, no. Angelina Jolie, the super evil lady, one of the big 6. She's got my homeboy, Ricky, in the back. She's talking to him in the shadows. And I knew Ricky was up to no good. When we were living on that island paradise, and Ricky was like, yo, I'm going to give this pom-pom fruit to our girlfriend because we're in a love triangle with Kyrie. And he's like, yo, I'm going to give it to Kyrie before you because you're a nobody. And I was like, yo, Ricky, what the heck, bro? We can live as a throuple, okay? Three's company too, bro. Like, let's just enjoy ourselves on the island. We got my homeboy, my identical twin brother with the blonde hair. We got freaking Chad with the blitzball. We got that girl, we don't even know her name anymore, with the jump rope. Like, we can just live in harmony on this island. And freaking Ricky was like, nah, bro, we're off this island. Build the boat for me, jabroni, so we can kick rocks. And it's like, you knew Ricky was up to no good. And turns out, Ricky might be up to no good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because he was talking with Angelina Jolie, and she was whispering some dark stuff into his ears, and you don't know where that guy's going. And gosh darn it, he's got some great baby blues. And I'll tell you what, you get lost in Ricky's eyes. Okay, I can see why Kyrie wants to split the gum fruit with him, because you get lost in Ricky's eyes. But I don't like his hair. I got better hair than him, and also I got the Keyblade. I am the holder of light. Okay, this guy just don't got it like that. Okay, so we're gonna put a pin on Ricky. Of course, I've been telling you about the triangle. Okay, there's the light. That's me. I'm down here with the Keyblade. I am the one to extinguish the darkness and bring the light back to the world. King Mickey, we don't know what Mickey's doing. Probably a whole lot of nothing. I can promise you that. But we'll get to Mickey eventually one day. Then at the top of the triangle, the Big Six, the Sinister Six. They stole it from Marvel. They're making it their own. There's Hades. There's Oogie Boogie. There's Scar. There's Jafar. There's Captain Hook. And there's Angelina Jolie. There might be some other jabronis in there, but you know who they are. They're the big baddies of all the Disney worlds. Then get this. On top of that, there's also this darkness going around. They're out there going from world to world, poof, extinguishing the light, bringing darkness affront, and we're not allowed to have that. We're not letting that happen. So all the darkness, the little goblins, little gremlins, little weirdos. But get this, Angelina Jolie, the leader of the Big Six, she wants to work with the darkness, so she's capturing all of the Disney princesses, and she wants to get my Keyblade, because then she'll have enough to go to the darkness, sell her soul to the darkness, get them to work for her, and then she can go world to world and extinguish the good and the light inside the universe, okay? So that's just the backstory of what's happening. But let's jump into the now, okay? We see Ricky doing something dark, and we don't like that. Then I go back to T-Town. You didn't know, but of course my Gum Gum ship can only travel so far. We've been to 3 worlds thus far. Technically 4, okay, maybe 5. There's the Island World, there's T-Town, and then there's 3 Disney worlds. Alice in Wonderland. Shout out, Alice in Wonderland. She's been kidnapped by the Big Six. She's been kidnapped. We know that. She's got a problem. We'll save her one day. Then we went to Tarzan's world, okay? And I was freaking one with the jungle. I was out there vine whipping, having a good time with my guy Tarzan and the gorillas. It was a great time. Then we finished at Olympus with, of course, Hercules. And so then you're saying to yourself, well, now, SnowBikeMike, where do we go after World 5? Well, we got to go back to T-Town. And T-Town's seeing some shit right now. T-Town is kind of in it right now. They got the darkness happening. Sid's over here like, yo, if you want to go to the next world, you got to get an upgrade for your gummy ship. And I'm like, all right, Sid, where's that upgrade? And he's like, you know what? I actually don't know. You got to go meet a wizard. And I was like, a wizard? And he's like, yo, I hear there's this freaky guy down below T-Town that you can go see. His name is Merlin. He's got the heart of the sword. He's out there hanging out in what looks to be a swamp, okay? He's just hanging out in the swamp. So then I go over to the swamp. It's Merlin. He's hanging out by himself. Poof, little magic, little bop, 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 bop. He makes the place look good. He spruces up the joint. Then get this, he gets this lady to come out. The fairy woman. God damn it, what's her name? Fairy godmother, bang, from Cinderella. She's there. She's like, yo, what up, Mike? And I was like, yo, what the heck is good? They help me hone my magic, okay? I get a little deep. I start practicing my magic with the 2 of them. And they're like, dang, Mike, you got it like that. I'm like, you know I got it like that. I'm a descendant of Steve's the Source. So we practice that. Then before I leave, he's like, yo, get this. There's some missing pages out of this book. I need you to check the book. And I was like, what? What do you mean the book? I go over to his bedside. He's got a book. Where's the book take me? The 100-Acre Woods. Did you know Winnie the Pooh is part of Disney? Didn't know that either. Well, guess what? Now we're in a dope one. Hey, Spelunky. Nope, not Spelunky. Plucky Squire. You know who did it first? Freaking Kingdom Hearts 1.5 did it first. So what do? I jump into the page. I'm now looking at the 100-Acre Woods. I go down and see Pooh Bear, and he's like, SnowBikeMike, I'm so lonely on the pages. My homeboys and my homegirls are all gone. Help me out. And I'm like, damn, Pooh, that's crazy, man. He's just hungry, and he wants to see his friends. So I travel around with him. We see the spots, and he's just all alone. Homeboy's just all alone. He's missing his crew. And so we gotta, I don't know what will happen. I guess we gotta find more pages, maybe go back to it. It's pretty lit. It's pretty lit. It's actually pretty well done. Shout out to them for being far ahead of their time. Plucky Squire, take notes, okay? I'm looking at you, Indie Game of the Year, possibly. Take notes. So then we get out. I say, dapped up, Pooh. I'll go help you out a little bit later. I see everybody. They're like, yo, SnowBikeMike, you're doing great. You're my guy, Soren. I'm like, big ups. I got this. And they're like, yo, get this. Now that you got the magic, you got to take the key and fucking shove it in the keyhole. Extinguish the darkness, protect the heart of the city. And I was like, what? Protect the heart of the city? So then I go back to Sid, and he's like, yo, I hear there's this bell tower in the center of the city. You ring it 3 times, bada bing, bada boom, you'll expose the heart. And then, key inside, protect the heart. And I was like, Sid, get back. You don't know me like that, Brody. So what do? I go to the center of town. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. I ring the bell. Then we expose the heart. I battle the darkness. I shove my keyblade in there. I save the freaking day. Now I'm happy to say that T-Town is hopefully safe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was safe the first time when I killed all the darkness and then I left back to the Tarzan world and then I came back and gosh darn it, there was a lot of darkness still there. So I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you Square Enix, I'm telling you, if I come back to T-Town and there's a bunch of darkness goblins running around, we're gonna have problems, okay? Because I protected T-Town. I saved T-Town, and if you're playing games with my heart, whoo, we're gonna have problems, okay? We're gonna have problems. And so, that's where we finished. I saved T-Town. I got the upgrade for my gummy ship. I'm ready to go somewhere. I don't know. What's the next Disney World that we'll see? I don't really know. That's why I need you. So welcome to Part with the Lale Lule lore, aka the King's Tale of a heartfelt story of Sora and his grand adventures. Because here during Part 5, we took it to Alibaba, is that what they call it? Aladdin's world is all you need to know. And we kicked it with Aladdin. We kicked it with Apu. Is that the monkey's name? I think so. I don't know. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. But I'll tell you what, Jafar was up to no good, and we were in the desert kicking it with Aladdin. We were kicking it with the monkey. We saw the parrot, and of course, Jafar was up to no good, teaming up with Maleficent. I think that's her name. Well, man, we got to come up with a better name than that name. That name sucks. But here's the deal. Okay? Jafar was like, yo. She said to him, let me take it back. Maleficent, a.k.a. Angelina Jolie, was like, Jafar, don't get lost in the sauce, okay? We got a plan. Don't do anything dumb. Don't do something dumb here. If you get too lost in the sauce, the darkness will take a hold of you, and you'll be lost to the darkness. Poof, you'll be out of the big six. And he was like, hey, lady, don't come at me like that, Angelina Jolie. I know what I'm doing. And sure enough, what did he do? He takes the genie. He gets lost in the sauce. He wants absolute power. So then he goes to the tiger's cave in the middle of nowhere in the desert. He then absorbs the genie. He becomes the genie. He's too deep in it, right? And Angelina Jolie was like, I told you, he got lost in the sauce. And sure enough, ladies and gentlemen, he got lost in the sauce, okay? He got absorbed by the darkness, one of the big six, out of here. That's what happens. You shouldn't have done that. But I was able to save the genie. I was able to save Aladdin, but I wasn't able to save Jasmine. And now we got down to the real heart of the story. It's been a crazy one thus far. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, chat. It's been a crazy one. It's been a love triangle between me, Kyrie, and Riku, but it's also been a love triangle of action because it's been me, the guiding light, the man with the key, the one that's going to save the universe alongside Donald and Goofy and maybe Mickey. We haven't seen him yet. He'll show up eventually, I hope. I don't know. And then, of course, on one side, it's the darkness. It's this scary, I don't even know what to describe them, little weird goblin things that are going from universe to universe, and they're sucking up the whole planets, and they're taking the light and putting darkness all around them, and they're gone forever. Then up at the tippy top, there's the big six, okay? Don't forget about the big six, which is Angelina Jolie and Hades and Oogie Boogie and other jabronis that kind of want to like harness the darkness and then take the darkness for their side and then be able to, you know, do bad things with it, but they don't want their light extinguished. They still want to keep their light, but they want to harness the darkness. Well, now we know what's happening, okay? We've learned, of course, through the Aladdin world, that Jafar is supposed to capture the Disney princesses because they're not the heart of the world, okay? They're not the heart of the world. Each world has its own key hole that you got to shove your key into and close up. This shit sounds insane. Can we talk a moment of just how insane this shit talks about? You can't start saying keyhole and shoving your key in without bringing a small smile to your face, okay? But guess what? We've now learned that every world has the heart of the world. But here's the deal. Beyond that, if you steal the Disney princesses who aren't the heart of the world, you need 6 Disney princesses to open up the big door. And the big door will then lead the way to what I assume, I'm pretty sure we talked about it, but I don't know. We talked about like opening up the big door and then you get you get the ultimate evil, is what I assume. I think it's like the ultimate darkness. I could be wrong on that one, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. We got Alice in Wonderland. She's now got Jasmine. She might have some other person, but she's like Thanos acquiring the Infinity Stone. She's just putting Disney princesses in pretty much her back pocket. You know, I don't want to say she's putting them in cages, but she's definitely putting them in cages and locking them up. It's fucking insane. It's insane, okay? So here's the deal. Angelina Jolie and her big six are looking to now grab and nab 6 Disney princesses from universes all around the world. She also probably needs my key, but that's for another time. She also has Ricola working for her, or maybe like him and his beautiful blue eyes and that sweet, just super gray silver hair. She's like sweet talking him to go to the dark side because he doesn't know where he wants to be. He doesn't know where he wants to be. And then on top of that, we got the darkness who was like trying to get into the heart of every single planet that we go to and extinguish the light. But not me. I'm there. I'm here with the key light. I'm here to guide, okay? And so then after Aladdin and the main plot synopsis of what's happening in this game, then we went through a couple gummy ships. We went back home to, of course, T-Town. We helped T-Town out a little bit. And now we're back at the 100-acre wood. 1,000-acre woods. I don't know what the place is called, but we're back here to hang out with Pooh. He was hungry for some honey. Piglet was too afraid to climb, so me and Pooh, we went up this big tree, we got some honey, we fed the bear, and now that is where I'm at. And so, welcome to part 6, a Castaway. So much just happened there. So much just happened there, y'all, that like we gotta kind of talk about and digest, because there was a lot that just went on there. We had a flashback, 2 homies talking about getting off this island and going adventuring together. Then talking about the cute mayor's daughter who arrived during a meteor shower. That was crazy. Clearly know who that is, right? And then all of a sudden it's like / here we go. We're talking to freaking Angelina Jolie, and he's clearly like, he's letting his heart go. You know, he's letting his heart go, which is crazy. And so it's like, he's getting the power from Angelina Jolie and accepting the darkness into his heart. But if he does it too much, he's going to let the darkness take over him, and he can't do that. But really, he's just trying to get her heart back because he loves Kyrie and doesn't want Kyrie to be heartless, which she currently is. How did she lose her heart? We don't know. Remember, the whole island blew up, and me and Raikou were together, but we didn't know where Kyrie was. Well, now we know Kyrie lost her heart. She's acting some type of way. But now it looks like Raikou wants to save Kyrie's heart by maybe doing some dirty deeds, but doing it, you know what I mean? And now at the same time, Maleficent is like, yo, we got a Castaway with his queen, with his princess. Mind you, we're looking for the big 7. We got a couple of them right now. And she was like, yo, his world got enclosed to the darkness, but he made it out with his princess. And like, who is that? It's not Aladdin and Jafar. It's not Oogie Boogie. It's not T-Town. It's not Pinocchio. It's not Balto, the dog. So, like, we'll think about it. I don't know. Left you after part 6 with question marks of where people stood, where alliances laid, where's some people's hearts were located. But I will tell you this. We went to Halloween Town. We jammed with my dude Jack. We defeated Oogie Boogie. And most importantly, we just put a stop to those awful kids, okay? They were yapping, and we had to put a stop to those little kids. But most importantly, we helped Jack. We helped Halloween Town. They wanted to create the ultimate Halloween festival, and I think we did our best to set them up for success last year. Because as many of you know, that crazy doctor with no brain was trying to take the Heartless and create his own fun monster with Jack that would help elevate the Halloween party. It turned out the Heartless wanted none of that. But of course, Oogie Boogie wanted to do a little something, and he fell down a dark path, and we checked his ass when we needed to. Then we left Jack. We said best of luck to you in your world as I closed up their keyhole. Then I went on to a new world. This world was filled with magic, filled with whimsy, and filled with one swashbuckling pirate. That's right, we went to go see my guy, Peter P, a.k.a. P-Pan. Peter Pan and I got on a boat, and we were stuck. We were captured by one Captain Hook, along with Wendy. Wendy Peppercorn was also captured, and Peter Pan didn't like that his main squeeze, his homegirl, was captured. And so we said, hey, Pete, we're going to help you. Turns out our homeboy right now, Ricky, he's on the boat right now, too. And he is trying to go see Medusa, a.k.a. Angelina Jolie, because he's trying to find the heart to one lovely Kyrie. So right now, we got Ricky and Kyrie both on the boat. Kyrie's looking some sort of way, like she don't look good. Turns out she lost her heart. And so maybe Ricky's playing both sides because all he wants to do is get the heart back to the love of his life, a.k.a. Kyrie, but he doesn't know we're in a love triangle. We also love Kyrie, and we love Ricky because, like, Ricky's our homeboy, right? So, like, we're trying to get that all squared away, but it looks like she's trying to entice him with the power of the darkness. If he just sells his soul, she will give him the heart to Kyrie, and he can then embrace the darkness, may become a weapon for her and her dark army. But we're going to put a stop to that because we are the owner of the key blade, okay? And so I help Peter Pan defeat Captain Hook on the boat. Bop, bop, bop. We fight his ass back. We saved the day. Turns out Wendy, not a princess, just so everybody knows. Turns out not one of the big six that...
You don't need to be a professor to know that California...
Medusa, Arugula, Maleficent. Maleficent? Man, that is not a good name. I don't like that one. And so, we jump in to part 7. We look down. That, of course, we traveled back to go help Peter Pan because Peter Pan was getting checked on by Captain Hook, who then was working for Ursula. Nope, that's not her name. Angelina Jolie. She was part of the Big Six, and so she was giving things over to Captain Hook, who had the pirate ship that was floating through the sky. Captain Hook had captured Wendy, but it didn't matter about Wendy Peppercorn. No, it never did, because you know who he had on board? He had Raichu, and he also had Kyrie. And Ricola was going back to go see Angelina Jolie because he had accepted darkness into his heart. And so he was then working with the bad guys because it turns out that Kyrie lost her heart. And so Raichu now needs to get Kyrie's heart, but the only way he can do that is to accept darkness into his heart and work with Angelina Jolie, who has now promised him the heart of Kyrie, who he loves. But technically, I ate the pom-pom fruit with Kyrie. He didn't. None of that ever happened. It only happened in my head. The love triangle we talked about in episode 1 and 2. But get this, okay? So now he is working with Angelina Jolie. He's accepted the darkness into his heart, but not quite yet, right? There's still a good piece of Ricky in his mind, right? Like, Ricky's like not sold because he's like, yo, I don't need you. I just need to get the heart back to my girlfriend. That's all I want. And she's like, well, yeah, that's cool. But like, what if you accept darkness into your heart? What if you accept Satan as your Lord and Savior? Like, you'll be even stronger and better. And he's like, maybe, lady, but I'm not quite there yet. So like right now we got a whole thread over here, right? We got my guy Ricky currently helping Kyrie, working with Angelina Jolie to accept the darkness into his heart, but also get the heart back for Kyrie to bring her back to life. That's a whole nother storyline. Then we bring it back to Peter Pan. Peter Pan trying to save Wendy. Turns out Wendy is not one of the big 6 princesses that the big 6, Sinister 6, needs to capture to open up the final door, right? Because what we're doing is we're collecting the princess's souls and essence to then open up the final door to unleash the greater darkness. That side plot over here, Angelina Jolie thinks that she's gonna harness to then accept the darkness into her heart, becoming super strong. But what she doesn't know is the darkness is uncontained. You can't contain the darkness, and so the darkness is just gonna rule over all, as we've seen with other Big Six members. I'm looking at you, Oogie Boogie. I'm looking at you, Jafar, who accepted the darkness but couldn't control the darkness and then lost to the darkness, right? So wham, they're out the way, right? So it turns out, skirt, that over here, Peter Pan, Wendy, guess what, Wendy Peppercorn? You're good. You're not one of the Big Six princesses. No big deal, right? Wendy, you're saved. I threw you on top of a bell tower with Peter Pan. We dap up me and Pete. He's like, yo, your girlfriend just got taken. You better figure it out. I'm like, Pete, good to see you. Gotta go with me and my crew. So then, skirt, skirt, we go back to T-Town, right? Now I'm in T-Town. I'm hanging out with Sid. He's like, yo, I got your gummy ship all jazzed up. I'm like, thanks, Sid. You do absolutely nothing but upgrade the ship. Appreciate you. Then I go back and see Merlin. I'm like, skirt, skirt, Merlin, what's good? He's like, yo, go check out the 100 Acre Wood with Grand Pooh Bear. Grand Pooh Bear, I don't even know what Pooh's doing. Honest to God, I have no idea what the Pooh storyline brings to the video game besides me going over to have some fun. Sorry, fucking blue-haired protagonist threw me off. But now I go back and I'm like, what the hell is Pooh doing, right? It's just vibes. It's just good times with the 100 Acre Wood. But like, Pooh, what are you bringing to the story? Because you're bringing absolutely nothing. So I throw that book over there. Then I go, skirt, we go back. Now I'm back in the gummy ship. I'm going to Atlantica. Did you know that it was called Atlantica? I thought it was just in the ocean. Guess what? Little Mermaid, okay? And if you thought Tarzan was very difficult to navigate and run through that map, whew, you've never been to Atlantica. Because Atlantica, absolute bullshit. You're finding a dolphin. You're finding Ursula. You're running around between the king and her and these goddamn eels. You have no idea what's happening, okay? You're just hoping to God that you go through the right door. It's fucking insane. But guess what? I'm a map master. A lot of people, we call Krasenka the weapons arbiter. I'm the cartographer, okay? You say, hey, Mike, can you draw Verdansk right now? If you gave me a piece of paper, I could draw the map of Verdansk right now. If you said, hey, SnowBikeMike, can you draw the map from Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix of Tarzan in the jungle? I would draw the Tarzan map off of memory alone, because I already know it. I got it like that. So like, if you thought I was gonna get lost in Atlantica, which I did, but I didn't because I knew the map and I knew where to go, bang, I did it, right? So then me and Ariel are now fighting Ursula. You know what I mean? I'm fucking I'm bopping on Ursula. She's out the way. Then I finish that. I save that. Shove the key in the hole, save the world. A lot of people are like, damn, Mike is saving the world. You know who's not saving the world? The king, that rat, Mickey Mouse. Where you at, homie? Could use your help here, because things are getting a little dire, if you're asking me, okay? So skirt, now we're back to where we are, present day. Let's prepare ourselves for this game play right now. This session is focused on many of things, okay? Many of things. 1, Kyrie and Ricky currently teamed up with Maleficent, aka Angelina Jolie, at the big base, accepting darkness into their heart to find the heart of Kyrie. On the flip side, I'm over here with Donald and Goofy. I have no idea where we're going next. The map is complete. I still haven't seen Mickey Mouse. I don't know where I need to go. That's where we're at now. I assume we're in the final stages, right? Now I should have the option of 1, you can go back to Olympus, Mike, and you can go fight in the grand tournament, which, to be honest with you, why do I need to prove myself to Danny DeVito, the Goat Man? Okay, why do I need to prove myself to freaking Hercules when I was the one who stopped the devil dog, okay? When Cerberus came into the arena and was beating down on everybody, who stopped him? I did, okay? When that one guy who looks like a devil angel with long black hair was fighting in the middle of the pit, who stopped him? I did, okay? When my 2 homies turned on me and went all weird, the guy with the gun and the girl that was healing, when they went all weird and turned on people in the arena, who stopped them? I did. So why do I need to go back right now over to Olympus to do a bunch of tournament challenges? I don't have to prove myself to anybody, okay? But y'all want me to, so maybe we will. Or, we figure out where we need to go. Welcome to part 9 of Snow. Tighten it, got it? Okay, we're looking good. As many of you know, we like to kick off whenever we return to our playthrough with a little Lale lore. And you're probably saying to yourself, SnowBikeMike, it's the finale. Do you remember the Lale lore? And I would be happy to tell you that I do. I do remember where we left off. Of course, as many of you know, a couple of weeks ago, we went forth and we prepared for the finale of Kingdom Hearts. And I received a phone call from an old friend, an ex-friend, an old best friend that's not a best friend anymore. And he said, SnowBikeMike, I'm looking to buy some outdoor patio furniture. Do you mind dropping everything that you're doing and go helping me? And I said, Roger, I'm over here trying to finish Kingdom Hearts for the people. I'm over here trying to find out what will happen with Sora, Ricky, and of course, Kyrie. We have so much happening right now. The sauce is bubbling. I gotta get in there with the final ingredients and finish it off to present to all of you, the best friends out there. So of course, we prepared for that, but then Roger said, no, we're off on our own adventure. And so me and Roger ventured forth into the San Francisco greater surrounding area. We went to a home of a nice gentleman named Pablo and his grandfather named Alan, and they sold us some really ratty-tatty patio furniture for $50. Now, did Roger think ahead and measure the table or look at the lawn chairs from the 1960s? Of course he didn't, because he would have seen that they were ratty-tatty, that they didn't have any paint on them, that it was sure gonna be a splinter situation if you put your hands on the table. But he said, no, Mike, I wanna spend time with you. No, Mike, I want you to come pick up this table. And so what did I do? I said, Sora, peace out, we gotta go. And so we went on a drive. We saw our good friend Alan, and he said, hey, this is my table from the 1960s. It's been in my family for generations. And I said, sir, I can tell, because it looks like just the slightest gust of wind will knock this thing over and it will be unrepairable for the rest of our lives. And so Roger begged, he pleaded for me to go out and buy this with him. And so we proceeded to buy it. We moved it over to the car. We found out that a 9-foot table doesn't fit in the back of a Toyota 4Runner. Anyone could have put 2 and 2 together, but not Roger. Not Roger. And so what did we do? We sat there for 20 minutes, slowly trying to unscrew every screw of this dying table. I mean, you unscrew this table, you're never screwing it back together again, because it's just that old. But we didn't care. We didn't care. We set forth on this adventure together, and we unscrewed, to the point where we figured out that unscrewing it didn't work, and it doesn't matter because the legs have been glued on to this old table because it's so goddamn old and fragile. So then we said, forget about it. Let's just shove 2 chairs in the back of Mike's car. Let's beg Kevin Coelho to come out with the truck, the appropriate equipment for the job, and go get this table. It's 2 friends that now have become enemies because one friend doesn't want to drive to work together. One friend doesn't want to go to the gym together. One friend doesn't want to be there for the other. And so these 2 friends, they separated. But one thing was holding them together. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Thursday Night Soccer, or AKA Kyrie, a love interest. We came together over one shared bond of bringing the heart back to the thing that we love. And that heart beats still, but we have to find that heart. We have to inject that heart into the team. And it takes 2 friends to finish off the triangle, because there's 2 points to make 3. So essentially what happened here is I've lost my best friend to the darkness, aka Toyota Yaris, okay? I, the guiding light, the man with the key, okay? The one that the king believes in, that the world, the universe knows is here to stop the darkness. The other, here to spread the darkness, driving street to street, area to area. Oh my gosh, is he in Agrabah with Aladdin? Spreading the darkness with Jafar? Of course he is. Is he in Atlantica with Ursula, spreading darkness to the sea, polluting our oceans? Yes, this evil monster is. But I'm here to bring the light back, to save the world, to save Mother Earth, and to help my old friend find the light once again. And of course, if he's too far gone in the darkness, I won't be afraid to strike him down and still save the one, the only, our love interest, the soccer team. Because of course, many people know that I'm bringing the energy every single week to the soccer team. I'm over here saving the day. I'm over here giving it my goddamn all while my ex-best friend doesn't do that. So, that's all you need to know. Okay, that's the Lale lore of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix, mix. Now did I make all that up because I totally forgot what the fuck happened last time we played? Of course, because Roger's dumb butt called me and told me to move a table when he shouldn't have. Are you kidding me? Holy cow! Who wrote this? Who wrote this masterpiece of a story? Because this is goddamn insane. Now here's the deal. Okay, we're on a journey. We're on a gosh darn adventure. And we would sit here all day watching this. But I looked at the clock. We got love and sex stuff this afternoon. And I do have to go help out on that one, or else we would never leave. Oh my God. This is so good. This is so good. It's unbelievable. We've gone into Castle Oblivion, okay? I look at this. Here's some of the things. You know what I mean? The name's Axel. Got it memorized. Are you kidding me? To find is to lose. To lose is to find. We're nobodies. Could never hope to be somebodies. I mean, are you kidding me? You got Axel. You got Lorcana. You got Metamucil, and you got Vexen. It's an insane group in the organization, putting my guy Sora through the test, losing his memories, trying to remember. I'm out here. Who the hell is Lorcana? No, what's her name? Who the hell's Luffy? No, Nami. Who the hell's Nami? Turns out Nami, why would I ever be in love with Nami? It's always been Kyrie. I've been asking that question the whole hour and a half. Why are we talking about this girl Nami when it's all about Kyrie? Turns out it doesn't matter. Were we messing with the same girl? Well, we were messing with the same girl a long time ago, but this is crazy. And then it turns out that my guy Ricky, it's not Ricky. It was just a puppet that the organization was using to try to pull memories out of me because the organization wants me. They want the Keyblade. They need me to get the Keyblade. Holy shit. Are enough people talking about Kingdom Hearts? That's how I'm going to end this stream today. So much stuff has happened. So much stuff has happened. We got to turn this room into an icebox because that's where my heart used to be. Because you got to give to get. You got to get to give. And if you're looking for your memories, you got to go find the memories in the Disney Fast Passes, okay? Because right now the organization is trying to get up in my memories because they want Sora because he is the wielder of the Keyblade. He's the one with the light in his heart, and he's the one that they need to then retrieve the Keyblade because you need two. You need two Keyblades, okay? And there's Sora, and there's Ricky, and of course, there's my girl fucking Kyrie, okay? They tried to get me with Nami, okay? They tried to get me with Nami. They were like, yo, here's a new girl. Don't you know about her? It's chat. Come on. You know, Mike, I don't play around. Okay, I saw through that. I saw past that. But did I enjoy the story of Ricky and Sora messing with the same girl? Of course I did. We talked about the love triangle all Kingdom Hearts 1.5. Here we are now with another love triangle. Turned out wasn't really that one, wasn't that girl. It was more like Usher you remind me of. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. Okay, that girl Nami, you reminded me, but really I already knew. You know what I mean? And so you just have one of those going on in your life. And then when we look at the organization, of course, we're talking about Axel. Don't forget it, okay? We're talking about Lorcana, we're talking about Metamucil, and we're talking about Vexen, okay? Now, there's a little bit something brewing with the organization right now. These are the people with the black hoods, okay? They're rolling up in their trench coats. They're trying to stay mysterious. They're trying to stay all cool. But we see right past them. We know what they're trying to do, but they're playing a game with us, and we got to check them, okay? We got to check them because they're trying to mess with my guy Ricky. They're trying to mess with my guy Sora. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. You thought you knew what the organization wanted because the organization right now is currently trying to get up in Sora, trying to steal his memories. But little do they know that there's a coup going on, okay? There's some jabronis within the organization that are trying to take over the organization. Mainly, it's Axel, Lorcana, and possibly sexy Metamucil, okay? We learned that got Vexen. Vexen's a jabroni, okay? Vexen's got no game. His ass had to go. Axel dealt with him. But the big three now, Lorcana, fucking Metamucil, and Axel, they're cooking something up. They're cooking something up within the organization because they want to take the organization. Also, we number you, okay? 1 through 14 in the organization to determine how powerful you are and what kind of leadership status you got. We've seen some powerful people. We've seen some mediocre jabronis. But I will say this. Some people at the bottom trying to get to the top. Some people at the bottom trying to get to the top, and we're not going to let that happen because me, Donald, and Goofy are back up in this bitch, and we are in a room full of white walls, giving to get. Always remember that. You have to give to get, okay? And it's like life. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing about this video game. It's fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, memories, core memories. What do you remember? What are you tied to? What is that thing that makes you go, oh my God, you remember that? That's what we're kind of chasing right now. That piece of thread that you pull on to find a new memory, right? And what do you got to give up when you're pulling on that thread to get that something new? It's crazy. It's crazy. And so that's where we are. Of course, Donald, Mickey, Sora have lost their memories when going into this place. The organization has set all of this up, and we're now pulling on the thread. We're trying to get them back. We're getting them back with our Disney Fast Passes. Of course, don't forget that system. And that's pretty much where it is. So, chat, let me know how it's going, and there we go, okay? I mean, the